Good afternoon, anglers. 7 o'clock official time. Start of our meeting for our Lake Shasta event, the Super Clean Showdown. I want to welcome all of you for coming up and fishing this event. Very proud to host this from our sponsors and all the involvement there, all our anglers that support us over the years. We've grown a lot of new anglers I've noticed in the deal. I want to thank you again for being here and supporting us. Again, this is a Super Clean Showdown presented by Bridge Bay Resort and Phil's Propellers. Most everybody here, we had 3 nights to check in. You should have all done that and had a mandatory check-in here by 7 o'clock, 4 to 7 the last 3 days. And everyone's done that, looks like. So thank you for coming by. I know Phil appreciates that and supporting his business. We do thank you for that. Again, welcome to all our anglers. Special thanks to our new anglers. Like I said, we've got a lot of brand new fishermen here. My phone rang with a lot of questions, and that's always good. I'm gonna give you my number before you leave. A lot of you have a phone number for us, but it goes to my voicemail and you have to put an extension in. I'm gonna give you my direct line when we get done tonight. A lot of you I don't know. My name's Randy McBride. I'll be your tournament director for this event. I'll give you my number here when we close out in just a minute, and you can put that in your file. You can call anytime. I live on the East Coast and work out of Florida, but you're welcome to call anytime. If you have any issues, questions, no question is too stupid to answer anytime. Just make sure that you know what's going on, and if you got any questions, be glad to answer those. A text always works better. A lot of times I'm on an airplane, especially here at the event where we have limited cell phone service at some places. If you shoot a text, it'll eventually come in, and I check my phone during the weigh-in procedure and those things. So just a special note there. Again, speaking of new anglers, pro anglers that have fished with us a while, a lot of you have made the move from the co-angler side up to the pro side. The biggest number I've seen advancement in a while. So this goes without saying, take care of your co-anglers, boaters. Make sure they have a good day, enjoy themselves. Make sure they've got a storage area to put their tackle in, place to put ice. Take care of them. You got a seat, they need a seat, be sure to ask them. Always bring a seat with you for your boat. You know, that should be standard fare. A lot of these folks don't know that. This would be the first tournament for some anglers. So take care of your co-anglers, pros. Also on the co-angler side, just a note here, usually don't cover it, but since this is our first kickoff event this year, it's expensive to run a bass boat, very expensive. A lot of you that don't have bass boats know that. That's why you fish maybe the co-angler side or you fish with your friends. Take care of your pros. You have a good time. They show you a good time in the boat. Work together. Have a good day on the water. Take care of them. It's expensive again to run those boats. So I'm not going to tell you how much, but take care of your pro angler as well, and they'll continue to take care of you. Simple as that. Got special thanks to our Wild West Bass friends, Phil Mitsueda here. I personally have known Phil probably 25 to 30 years. Can't remember how long it's been, but it's been many years from back in the Bass days and in Operation Bass when I was there. But Phil has always done one thing here at his business here, wanted your business, taking care of customers. You anglers from the Northwest know that already. One of the best people in supporter of bass fishing here, especially in the tournament world that we have in the country. And we're blessed to have Phil here and supporting anglers while we're here and while we're doing our meeting here at his location as well. Great supporter of bass fishing. Always has been, and that'll continue forever. But thank you for supporting them as well. He's got a great staff here. Most of you have been in the store. Come spend money with him. You want to pick up the phone, give them a call. They'll ship baits to you, whatever it needs. Phil's always cooking good food. We had good tri-tip and hot dogs. The few of you that didn't get to experience and chose the VIP check-in. So come by and see him before you leave. Special thanks to the folks at Bridge Bay. Not so long ago, been coming here to Bridge Bay, and they didn't appreciate the fishermen. Didn't care if we were here or not. That's changed. It's been that way a while. Kevin, the GM, is on the way out. He's taking another position, but replacement Zach and Chris, they've been there a long time. Do a great job. They want your business here, especially this time of year. You know, their main business is the houseboat business, the lodging. Those of you that are staying there, thank you for supporting them. Great supporters of us. Bend over backwards here, and they actually help host the event as well. It's where all our staff is staying. So I want to thank those folks very much there. You'll see them in the morning, afternoon. Thank them before you leave for letting us use their facility here. We can't weigh in up on the hill. We're actually on the fuel dock and the sheriff dock that they've been moved. with the low water conditions, but we do have a great place to weigh in. We can't use our trailer, so I apologize for that during our weigh-in, but it's not Bridge Bay's fault. So hopefully the water will come back up and we can get back to business as usual here. Those of you remember last year, we didn't know if we were going to be able to have an event. Had special help from Doug Lamoffa in his office, Brenda Hayes, his assistant, bent over backwards last year with the COVID scare to make sure we had a place to fish. And they worked with us tirelessly here and to work with the Forest Service and make sure we were able to fish, and they continue to do that and fight for us up here. So special thanks to them. They were going to tune in and have a message and come visit with us. Doug may still get a chance to come visit before the weekend's out, but he's a fisherman's friend, common sense, and lucky to have him here in the 1st District of California. So thank you again, folks. You'll probably see a message from him. We had a short video we were going to try to get on, but didn't get a chance to get it finished. So he's working tirelessly here for his district here in California. But thanks to those folks. Special supporter of Wild West Bass, Bass Cat Boat Company, Rick Pierce, the owner. Our Western rep is Kevin Short, former Elite Pro. Kevin planned to be here, his flight was canceled, but he had time today to send us a special message. So if you take just a couple minutes here and watch this message, and we appreciate what Bass Cat does for us. We couldn't be here without them. So take a listen here.
Hey guys, Kevin Short here with Bass Cat Boats. Sorry I couldn't be there. I was headed out that way yesterday morning, and American Airlines just decided that I didn't need to come. So sorry that I'm not there in person for the registration the last couple of days and for the meeting tonight, but I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for fishing Wild West. The huge turnout this weekend up on Shasta, man, that is awesome. Thank you to the guys that have supported us for several years now. Special thanks to the new guys that are fishing this is your first event with Wild West. And how about all those guys going from the amateur side to the pro side this year? All great stuff, man. We appreciate you guys supporting Wild West. We appreciate your support of Bass Cat Boats. Hope everybody has a great event. Again, apologies that couldn't be there in person. Hope to see you at the next event. And hey, special thanks to Tyrell and Mercury Marine for being there at the event. That is awesome. And you guys know how big of a deal it is to have somebody there to fix your stuff when you break it. So make sure you go by and tell Tyrell thanks for being there. Everybody have a good event. Hope to see you at the next one.
Thank you, Kevin, for that message. We disappointed you couldn't make it out, but big supporter. I know you'll be at the next event. Hopefully we have out here, and appreciate the great job that you do. Obviously, the dealers are doing well because they don't have a lot of inventory right now. So thank you for building a great product and supporting us here at Wild West Bass, Kevin. But we will see you hopefully soon, sir. Also, can't go without recognizing Matt owns Lake Shasta Caverns up here. If you come up here and you bring your family, you need to go check out the Caverns here. Beautiful. Take a little boat ride, go visit that. It's one of the wonders of the world here. It's beautiful, and he always is a big supporter here of the community efforts and the sponsor of all our events when we come here. So thank you again, Matt, for that at Lake Shasta Caverns. Sponsors, very blessed. Takes a long time to announce these. We don't do them justice here when we have these kind of meetings. We have so many. We're proud of that. Not going to apologize. So we couldn't offer the best payouts in the West, and quite frankly in bass fishing without these folks. So I'll start with them here, but we're very excited. A lot of new sponsors on board with us this year. A1 Tactical, Excel Marketing, Bass Cat Boats, Bridgeford Outdoors, Dish Network, new with us this year. Fisherman's Warehouse, also new. Garmin, Mercury Marine back again. Navionics, new with us this year. Power Pole. Also very excited to have Price Sims Ford in Fairfield for being on board as a sponsor. Adam fishes with us on the team circuit. Thank you again for your support and what you do for the bass fishermen. Duo International, Hook Performance Fishing, P-Line, Signature Gates, Torch Eyewear, Wood Brothers Flooring. I want to thank Craig Maines fishing the event, one of the sponsors that are here. Also AccuCull. Got Mr. Brent Shores. He's also fishing the event. Good to have you, Brent, fishing with us this year. Got great products. He also provided the weigh-in bags that we use here that you'll notice tomorrow. Ben Green Insurance, Bob's Machine Shop, Super Clean, Valley Outdoors, and Woo Tungsten. Our trophy sponsors here this year, Anglers Marine, Bass Union here. Joseph fishes with us as well, sponsoring their trophies on the Pro-Am series and as well on the team circuit up here in Northern California. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate that. Limit Out Marine, Bass Cat dealer in the Northwest, will be sponsoring our trophies that up in Washington. So lucky to have them. Local Bass Cat dealers here obviously are Boatmasters, been with us since the beginning, and CNC Marine. Glad to have them on board as well. Special thanks to Mercury Marine, Michelle Kilburn. She is a competitive events manager there at Mercury, but first time we've had a service vehicle from Mercury at our events. Didn't have to work very much today, obviously with a great product like Mercury, but Tyrell Luthi out of Colorado is the engineer that's actually working the trailer this week. So thank you again. Means a lot to us here. Means a lot to our anglers who spend a lot of money and invest. Take advantage and tell them thank you for coming when you see Tyrell. He'll, great gentleman, got to visit with him today, but he covers here all the way to Texas a lot of times and up to the border in Canada, so he's got a long range, but we're very lucky to have them supporting us here at these events and supporting the dealer network that they do have. So thank you again for that, Michelle. Like I said, I'm gonna give you my phone number here. If you ask me for a card, I'll have that for you too as well. You can put in your file with my address on it, but my phone number, and again, it's Randy McBride, 321-223-6562. 321-223-6562. Like I said, have an issue, partner, you don't hear from your partner, you didn't get a text from us. By now you should all receive the text where your partner pairing for day one and your boat number and your check-in time. Like I said, if you send me a text, that may be the best way to get in touch with me. You can call anytime, but if I miss the phone or can't answer it, I will return that or send you a message back. You've heard a lot of talk about our Apex Tour. We're very proud of it. We started year number 2. We were at Lake Mojave just after the new year. Got 2 days in out of 3. Had a weather break on day 3. It's when our anglers start back at 0, and we've got the top 10 established there. We're soon to announce where we'll finish that event. A 1-day shootout. We start back at 0, and special announcement here. I'm looking for that in about 2 weeks. We're waiting on a couple permits to return, and we'll be able to announce that for our Apex Tour. The top 10 anglers on the pro side qualify to fish Apex Tour. We'll work down that list, and that's based on fishing 3 out of the 4 events that we have scheduled. We may add another event that you may get to choose from, but right now it's 3 out of 4 of the top 10 anglers will get a chance to come fish the Apex Tour and join us. And right now, just a little less than 50 anglers on board with us this year, so we're very proud of that growth and excited about that. Next event we know for Apex will be in April. Hopefully, again, we'll announce that here in about a week to 10 days and be able to give you some more information where that location will be. Hope you'll come join us on that. Obviously, back in the fall, most of you have heard about the Western Bass Shootout. Rick Pierce, we had a special meeting in Las Vegas to talk about that event. I've been working hard on that every day to make an announcement. Not there yet, but we're probably 30 days out to make an announcement on that, maybe where the location is, the sports show that's going to go with it, with our plans right now, and the support from other companies, other tournament organizations. Again, the top 20 from the Apex Tour qualify to fish that event in 2023. The top 10 from the Major League Fishing Western Division will get a chance to qualify and fish that. Top 10 from One Bass. Looking forward to those folks to join us on board. And the top 10 from the Wild West Bass Pro-Ams will qualify also to fish the Western Bass Shootout in 2023. Very excited about that, to bring a high-level showcase event to our anglers of the West and include all the organizations out here that support bass fishing, quite frankly. So glad to have their support on that. Again, this is a Super Clean Showdown. This is our largest Pro-Am to date. Thank you. We probably could have fished over 200 boats in this event if we had the opportunity to. We lost some anglers in the last 10 days to either COVID issues or unforeseen circumstances. Again, like I said, this is the largest Pro-Am that we've run. We're excited about that. Thank you, anglers. We couldn't do it without your support. January is a tough time most places to run bass tournaments here. A lot of people got bills coming in. Thank you for all of you that supported us and have spent money to come fish this event. It means a lot to us, and I assure you we'll do our best for you here at this event. The lock-it-in program was successful. Full field's 150. We had over 150 lock-it-ins for that event, so we opened it up to 25 more anglers that could get in that couldn't fish all the events. So we should be a little over 170 boats for this event. Again, we could have taken a lot more. The co-angler side is full. We're short a few co-anglers, but we're around the 150 range on the co-angler side. So if everything works out. Special note, COVID. Recommend maybe wearing a mask, whatever you feel comfortable with in the boat with somebody. Don't take any chances. It is serious. And I've seen a lot of friends sick, a lot of anglers here that have gone home that are sick. Don't want to take any chances drawing somebody. So thanks to those that stepped up. Special prayers to our anglers that have been affected with COVID since it started here. I know we've lost some anglers here in this family of Wild West bass, and we're all sad about that. But hopefully we'll beat this and get past it here soon. Thought we were headed that way, but don't take any chances here. If you want to wear your mask away, and you're more than welcome to, whatever you feel comfortable with outdoors. We had this meeting scheduled to be at Simpson University. I want to thank Alex and Simpson and the bass fishing team there for supporting us. We were scheduled there. I made that decision last week to not have it there indoors. Quite frankly, just didn't feel comfortable with all the situation, and make sure we get past this and when we get out of cold weather, we know the direction will go back the other way. But special thanks to them for offering their special event center for this meeting. We hate doing virtual meetings. Our sponsors don't like it. You don't get to touch and see people and shake a hand, and I apologize for that, but it did make that decision to be safe for everybody, and thought it would be the best interest of everything going forward. Again, like I said, we're short a few co-anglers. And I'm telling you that for one thing, we got some anglers in the morning that'll be drawn out. On your pairings that you had a text, it should say NP. That means right now you have no partner scheduled to be with you in the boat. On day one, that will change on day two. You'll have a partner if you didn't have one today. It's how it should work out. But you see somebody launching the boat in the morning by themselves, guys, don't mind helping them. Launch your boat, float it, help them, take them back to the boat. Again, like I said, we've got probably 15 or so guys that are by themselves. The ramp situation there at Bridge Bay. So those of you launching there, be sure and lend a hand, help an angler park his boat. If you see something floating, tie it on the dock for him. Whatever you can do to help him, please do that. So a note on all our events, we've always paid 5 big fish on the pro side, 5 on the co-angler side. At all our events, I made a decision not to do that on this event. We're going to have 1 big fish for each event, whether it be 2 days. And the main reason that is the bags. We're going to be weighing fish till dark every day. If we added a big fish that we have to weigh for a lot of anglers, it's going to add another 50 to 100 bags a day that we'd have to weigh. So we're going to take that money that we normally pay for big fish and extend the payouts. Very simple. We'll just pay more places on that for this event only. We get back to normal. I know the fishing, most people had limits, and not a team event, so we've had 2 bags per boat. So we made that decision. So we'll be glad to weigh that big fish. It's probably going to take at least a 4-pounder plus to get a big fish in this event. We'll establish that tomorrow, obviously, and weigh that for you. But just be advised, we're only going to pay 1 spot for the big fish. Make sure you know all the Wild West Bass rules. You can go on our website. You can print those off, keep them with you. I recommend that. You got any questions about them at all, make sure you check them out and call, ask questions if you don't understand any of them. Pretty simple. Tells you everything you need to know when you fish with us. Most everything's answered. If we miss something, be sure to call me and ask me if you're not unsure. Very simple. They're published online. Make a note. No refunds at Wild West Bass. When you enter a tournament confirmed, your entry is in the payouts. Very simple as that. Especially no transfers when practice starts. We lost 3 or 4 anglers. I don't have refunds when practice starts. There's not a refund policy. Your money plays. Very simple as that. No refunds. Remember that. Don't get upset. We got co-anglers that deserve a boat. They need to know that's why we do that. So it's one of the reasons we had a mandatory check-in as well. I had about 9 or 10 co-anglers last year that their partner didn't show up, didn't come to the event. They came there and didn't get to fish. So therein lies why we do a mandatory check-in, if you were wondering about that. But remember, no refunds or transfers, especially when practice starts already. Format for this event, we fish 2 days. After 2 days, we'll reverse the field. First boat out tomorrow will be the last boat go out on day 2. Very simple. We just reverse that. Your weigh-in time will change. Pros will keep the same boat number. Very simple. Co-anglers, your boat number will change, but the pros, your boat number will stay the same. When we get done weighing fish Saturday, top 10 pros and the top 10 co's will qualify to fish on Sunday. Very simple. We've got a special situation here. We won't be able to have a meeting. If you think you're in the top 10, we're going to notify you as soon as we have that results. We won't get weighing fish probably till 6:15 done weighing fish. After we check our numbers and everything, it's probably going to be 6:45, 7 o'clock before we know the official top 10. We can't do a meeting. We will contact you, anglers, and we also plan on putting it on Facebook. We'll have the pairings, and the top 10 will be posted on our Facebook page. We do not have Wi-Fi on the dock we're at. We can't use our trailer, so I apologize for the slow response, but it comes with the territory. If we were at our trailer, we've got Wi-Fi, we've got everything we need there. We're going to take care of our fish, which is why we're weighing in on the dock here at Bridge Bay with the low water and the boat ramp situation. Very simple. We will post that on Facebook. I'll call you on the top 10 and verify that you saw that if you did make the cut. We'll let you know what the money cut is just as soon as possible at the end of the day on Saturday. So bear with us. Again, it's a special circumstances. So many fish weighed here at Lake Shasta. The reason we come here, you get a lot of bites, but you're going to be patient with us on that. Everybody usually wants the results within 5 minutes. We do our best for you. Make sure we didn't make any mistakes and have no issues. In the morning, when you get to Bridge Bay, most of you bought a 4-day pass, save some money that way. If you're first time to Bridge Bay in a while and you launched elsewhere, you won't recognize it. The normal Sheriff fuel dock is over under the Interstate 5 bridge now. It's a lot closer there. It takes about a 15-minute idle from the time you launch your boat there at Bridge Bay, the no wake zone, to around there to do takeoff. So remember that, 15 minutes. We had a team event 2 weeks ago, 160 boats, no issues. Everybody was on time on takeoff. It's easy to do. You guys did a great job parking today at Bridge Bay. Again, Packers Bay is not open. Like I said in the information page that you guys were sent, Packers Bay is not open. The ramp at the dam is open, but Bridge Bay, everybody got in on time, no problem. We have a light down there. We do our best to help you there where you can see and park it. So be ready to go when you go down that hill and launch your boat. Be ready, man. Don't have to hold somebody up. I know it's slow. It's a 2-lane boat ramp there at Bridge Bay, but guys did a great job here in the team event, and I expect the same here. Co-anglers, you may want to park somewhere and meet somebody so you don't have to pay that fee to get in the gate. It's up to you. If you want to meet somewhere outside of Bridge Bay, or just park up on the top of the hill there on the trailer, wherever you'd like to park, whatever's convenient for you there. But do not block the road there where the boats can get through and have a steady flow, and we won't have any problems getting it on time. So get with your partner and make sure you know where to meet him in the morning so you don't have any issues. A lot of folks have launched their boat tonight. They've been charging. When they get charged up, you may want to launch your boat tonight and just tie it off at Bridge Bay. That is fine. They've got security there that rotates around there. If he sees anything suspicious, he'll check on it. But I would recommend that if you're staying at Bridge Bay, your batteries are charged, save you that line in the morning. That'll help everything and all the congestion. So special note here tomorrow, Bridge Bay is offering a special. Those of you who want to buy fuel without having to take your boat to town, they're I think $1 off a gallon. I believe it's $4.99 there in the water, but they will discount that. They will stay open till 6 o'clock tomorrow for you if you need fuel. 6 o'clock, be sure they're going to close the door at 6 if nobody's at the fuel pump at Bridge Bay, but they'll be there till 6. If you think you need fuel, you're weighing your fish, stop by and say, hey, I'll be right there, I need fuel. Let them know before 6, and they'll be glad to stay open for you tonight or tomorrow and Saturday as well. So special note, I know restrooms that are on that dock, the doors are not open and they are locked, and the reason is the low water. With the low water here, they can't open those bathrooms. If you need to use the restroom facilities up on the top of the hill before you turn down to the ramp, those doors will be open. Be sure and use that restroom. Don't get out to the dock and find out the door locked. We can't do anything about that. So it's because of the water level. And I did check, hopefully get that opened up for you. I sent you a note earlier in the week with some updates and bullet points. Running lights. Anytime you go to a Wild West Bass tournament and you go through boat check for takeoff, you must have your running lights in and on. Cut them on. A lot of times it's after daylight. When we start on takeoff, you're an hour before you get to your boat number. The reason you need to have those lights working is the situation we have here. You break down on the water, We're done at 5:30, it's dark. We got to go find you on the lake. You don't have checked in. I can't find you if it's dark. Your running lights, make sure they work in their own. I don't care who you are, check your boat. No excuse not to have running lights. It's the law. When you're on the water in low light conditions, you have to have your running lights on. I saw so many guys running out there to the takeoff point with no running lights, pitch black. Make sure your running lights work. Very simple. Get those repaired. I don't want to have to make it where you go to the back of the line. But if I have to tell you twice and you come do it again, then you don't need to be fishing with us. I'll tell you that. So very simple. Takeoff in the morning. A lot of you fished the team event 2 weeks ago. We'll be on the long dock there, the sheriff dock and the fuel dock. We'll be on the very end of that in the morning at 7 o'clock when we start doing our national anthem. We'll have takeoff there. You'll see how the boats are going. Going to go single file. We check your boat as you go out, not pre-check. We don't check it on the ramp. We check your boat as you go out. Need your live wells open, your aerators running, and your life jackets on, zipped up, buckled up. Do me a favor tomorrow. A lot of you don't know the boaters you're with. Boaters, a lot of you hadn't pulled your kill switch. When you get that boat on the water and you're just idling over there, test your kill switch, pull it, show your co-angler that it works. Very simple. Co-anglers ask your pro to show you that the kill switch works. Lost a good friend last year whose kill switch probably hadn't been used in a long time, and then when it came off, it did not work. Threw him out of the boat. Don't need to let that happen. Just check it. He didn't use his boat for about 2 years and had a little build up there, and sometimes they don't work properly. Check your kill switch or your shut off device periodically. Make sure they're safe and working fine. Again, we'll be out there with live wells. We will have a key fob. We will have a toss you a key fob. They're green. They've got your boat number on the key fob. When you come through, make sure, don't come through early. When you see them lined up and I call a boat number, make sure that you notice, remember your boat number. Look at your phone if you forget, verify it with your partner. Don't come through and tell us the wrong boat number. That causes lots of problems here. Everybody's out of line, somebody runs in the back of you. You don't need to stop. Very simple. Remember your boat number. Tell us that when you come through. We're gonna have last names and verify that's you in the boat. Nice, slow ooze off and take off tomorrow. Check in tomorrow. Always find the flag. It'll be a Wild West bass or American flag on a black flagpole. We will have one of the Bridge Bay Resort pontoon boats straight across from where we're doing takeoff. Straight across. You'll be able to see it whether you come through the no wake zone either way. That'll be your check-in point. Remember what time you check in. If we see you a mile and a half away, you're not checked in, you'll be counted late. Very simple. If we can't see you and you're within range and there's a quarter mile, remember the no wake zones. Those no wake zones, it don't matter if they're on the lake anywhere else. They happen to be where we're doing takeoff. Remember that. That's part of your strategy when you plan your day and have on takeoff. Very simple. You must turn that key fob in. Don't make the mistake. We had 6 anglers come get in the weigh-in line. You always have a takeoff point where you get your key fob. You'll always check in somewhere. Make sure somebody knows. We can't go back and look at film to see what time you checked in or you was in early or you weighed in early and everything's great. You're not checked off or checked in until that key fob is back in our possession. Very simple. Steve Meduno will be in the boat. Look for that flag always. You got to have a check-in point. You turn in your key fob there, tell him your boat number, and he'll have you recorded in. Very simple. As always, don't just get in the weigh-in line thinking we'll check you off. All right, special off-limit areas. When we come to Lake Shasta, I always deal with the Forest Service permit. I'll cover it and I'll say it, my piece on that deal. If a recreational fisherman puts in here at Lake Shasta, he can fish anywhere he wants to around docks, marinas, whatever, it doesn't matter. Here, there's just very few places they can't fish. When we get a permit here, we're restricted to some areas where we can and can't fish. Mainly referring to commercial docks, boat slips, those things. Simple fact, I know the water's low, a lot of stuff's marked, a lot of it's not. You're unsure, use your common sense. That's all you got to do. Within 100 feet of a commercial boat dock or structure, you can't fish. Very simple. No boat slip on this lake can you make a cast in. It's very simple. Other than that, the dirt around the marinas is fine within reference to our fuel pump. You guys all know what our fuel pump is, our law and the rules that we have there. Just stay the distance away from your fuel pump in the commercial docks and getting up on pad in those areas. Common sense. With the water being low, some of the buoys are not marked good. Some people don't know. You have one sheriff that works the whole lake. They can't tell you sometimes exactly since the stuff's been moved, and they may not have seen the new location. So do your best, but common sense will tell you 100 feet from any commercial structure. That's a boat dock, piece of metal, looks like where they lease boat slips, whatever. Do your best. Very simple. You cannot fish within 100 foot of any commercial structure, including boat slips. No cast in that. Use your best judgment. Like I said, we've never had any problems here before. Don't expect it to. Your limit for this event, 5 fish. 12 inches minimum length. That's 12, not 13, not 14. 12-inch minimum length on our bass. We use a straight ruler. We'll fin the tail, turn them upside down. If we can get them to go 12 inches, Travis will get them to go. You cannot have more than your 5 bass limit in your possession. If you catch that 6 keeper fish, you must cull at that time before you make another cast. Very simple. Don't have more than 5 fish in your live well per person. Very simple. Don't put 8 fish in there and then cull them back in when you come in. That's against the law and against our rules. So just keep that in mind. 12-inch size limit. Take care of your fish. We sat here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours here of our team event. I say that. Fizz needles, those of you that don't know how to do it, take time to learn. Get in the boat with somebody that knows how to do it and fizz your fish. Don't recommend going through the mouth. We're going to have some help on the release boat tomorrow with some experience. We got Michael Bray, he'll be on the boat. A couple of us will be fizzing your fish. 90% of the fish that were weighed in our event were not fizzed. That decompresses the fish, and I will tell you, a lot of folks think they're fishing too shallow. You can fish in 5 foot of water and you bring up that fish too fast, you're going to have to fizz that fish. If that fish is floating in your live well on its side, fizz that fish before you bring him to us. More than likely he's going to die anyway if you don't do it within 30 minutes. You catch him. There's some new products that we're trying and some stuff that here. We have some new fizz needles that are available here at Phil's Propeller and some other tackle stores in the local area. Got a company in Alabama that's doing Fish Life, providing needles for us, and Fish Chemical that we'll try too is also, as well as Jungle Labs with Sure Life, catch and release. We use their product as well. Use something, take care of your fish. Water temperature is probably not going to be an issue, but fizz your fish. So many people are scared to do it. Learn. This is the time to learn. We want those fish to continue to live even after we release them. And if you don't do it within an hour after catching them, that fish is probably going to die. So learn to fish the fish in the side. Very simple. Our weigh-in bags. Use our weigh-in bags only. You'll see them, they're Bass Cat Mercury bags. They'll have a mesh liner in them. Don't bring any fish up in your weigh-in bags. If you need them, there's a bag line at the end of our tanks. You will see where the bag line is. Michael Bray or somebody, our volunteers will be helping you. Those bags will come back to there. When you come through the weigh-in line, you use the mesh bag. Very simple. You bring them up in a full bag. When you get to the first tub, you take your mesh out of it and you walk through the 10 tubs till we weigh your fish. Very, very simple. You leave your solid bag back in the last tub. A lot of folks leave it on the ground, whatever. There's the last tank. You leave your weigh-in bag, the solid, in that tank. With water in it's fine, it'll drain out. You stay in your mesh bag. We'll weigh your fish in the mesh bag. As soon as we call your weight, we're going to hand that bag back to you. You're going to take it to the release boat. That's how things will work tomorrow. When you get in the weigh-in line, please remember this. Remember your boat number. You're going to be asked your boat number. Pros, we need you to come through the line first. If you and your co are weighing fish, pros need to be the first one to weigh. That's the first card we come to. That'll save us a lot of work. Make sure when the ladies ask you your name that you verify, yes, that's me. It's going to be cold. A lot of people have a rain jacket on, whatever. They cannot tell as well. So very, very simple. Take care of your fish. Pros, when you come to weigh-in line, weigh in first in the co-angler. Very simple. We'll have the weight tickets and that when we call your weight. Like I said, once we weigh, we'll hand the bag back to you. It'll take the release boat. Payment for our new anglers here. We use a system called gig wage. That's direct deposit. When you get back home, you'll receive a text. More than likely it'll be Tuesday. It'll ask you some questions. You fill it out. You hit send. Goes back in. And we'll either mail that check to you or put it in direct deposit. You can pick, but got some paperwork you need to sign out. You don't have to stay around. Automatically, we'll do that. We'll have the pairings, the results posted on Sunday. They will be unofficial. It'll take Tuesday. We'll have the official pairings, so we make sure we didn't make any mistakes. Double before we pay anybody wrong. Have any issues that we need to take care of, protests or anything like that. Tuesday they'll be official, and that's when we'll send that gig wage out to you. So if you see something up, something doesn't look right, send me a text, say, hey, I had more weight than this, or there's an issue. That's why we do that. So you double check and make sure that we have your recorded weights. especially those of you that check in. Make sure you check in on time and don't have any penalties there. Very, very simple. Four pages of notes, man. That's a lot to talk about. I'm glad you guys stayed here and listened to everything we had to say. We'll be out on the dock till about 8 o'clock. You can call me anytime when I get done here. If you got any text, partner pairings, you don't hear from your partner, just shoot me a text. I'll send you what I know. I'll have a set here that we can verify your times. I want to thank all of you for supporting us here at Wild West Bass. Going to have a great tournament. You got any questions, I'm always available. Shoot me a text. Give me a phone call. I'll be up late tonight. We'll be setting up a little bit. But if you don't understand anything, be early tomorrow. Let's go out on time. Be safe. Didn't cover safety enough. Life jackets on anytime your big engine is in operation. Very simple. Don't crank that engine until you and your partner both have them zipped up, buckled up. Drivers, make sure that shutoff device is attached at all times. Safety. Be safe on the water. Be courteous. Lake fishing's kind of small. Be careful when you're running. There's some places out there I know, especially around the dam, that I understand it's damaging some boats out there just under the surface. Weather's going to be good. Forecast is good. We're going to have a great event. Thank you for supporting us at Wild West Bass. We will see you tomorrow and bring us a lot of fish. We'll see you in the morning at 7 o'clock.